going to be Tammy Emmrich starting us off.
Tamaryn, 0-0-2.
With the serve here.
Side out.
And nice return there from Truong. Keeps it low. Emmrich, a little tough to pick up.
0-0-1.
Yeah, I'll look for Truong and Glozman to be a little bit more aggressive here. Really try to start those hand battles.
Point.
That one bouncing off the paddle of Tammy Emmrich. So it'll be a point for Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman.
One 0-2.
1-0-2.
Oh, I like Truong doubling up on that spot down the line from Humberg.
0-1-1.
Glozman stepping in, getting big right there. And I like that one too, Chad. Again, they're going at that left foot of Humberg right there.
Well, Humberg likes that reach in backhand flick. And Glozman just stays nice and short and goes right back at the same position. So very difficult for her to get back cross body.
No. No. No, it hit your paddle first.
So some debate happening here on the court about whether or not the ball bounced first or hit the paddle first.
Ron Ponder, our USA Pickleball referee, on the call here.
No, it's my call. Yeah, but it hit her paddle first.
I am pretty sure that that ball bounced first.
It's my decision. Here we go. No.
We'll take a look right here. Oh, it's just off.
I'm like.
So.
Sure, we can get the head ref. It's my call. But we can call the head ref.
So now, another look at it here. Try to slow it down for you. Get another look at it.
Ball hit her paddle. So if you want the ref, if you want the head ref, we'll call him.
Yeah, it's tough right there.
So the question is whether or not it hit her paddle before it hit the ground, because the ball clearly out of bounds, correct?
Okay, here we
so
go.
walk us through what's being debated here.
Yeah, so we're taking a look at it right. Oh, this bit. But yeah, obviously if that ball hits her paddle out of bounds, then
it's her.
It's a live ball.
It's a live ball.
Correct.
Yep.
But even if it's on a half volley, or kind of at the same time with that ball touching the court, as long as the ball touches the court, then it's out.
So that was the debate.
Before making contact with the paddle.
0-1-1.
And it didn't actually do any damage to the score line for Emmrich and Humberg. They get the side out.
Point.
That ball's tight to the body there. Glozman
1-1-1.
Catches the top edge.
Oh, sitting there is Truong, but again, I think a little alligator arm because you have Glozman right there too.
2-1-1.
So it's 2-1-1, the score now for Tammy Emmrich. That ball left just a little bit short.
Yeah, Emmrich gets jammed up there. Needs to
2-1-2.
Try to take that ball a little bit early, a little bit further out in front. Helps to get the extension. Get that ball up and over. Now that is an excellent forehand cross court.
Emmrich's got that. She can roll that out of the air or off the bounce.
3-1-2.
But look at how she just doesn't do too much, brushes up that back of the ball, puts it in a perfect spot.
Good recovery there from Alix Truong, adjusting to the ball flying off the net. Be a side out.
1-3-1.
Vivian Glozman with the serve.
Point.
A nice ball that from Glozman, drives it down the line. Emmrich takes the paddle back just a little too far, and there's such a small margin of error there. Tries to double up on it, but catches that one a little late and standing a little tall.
2-3-2.
Truong now with the serve, 2-3-2. What a change of direction from Tammy Emmrich. The forehand going cross court.
Well, yeah, beautiful angle. She goes two-handed backhand right here at Glozman, but then gets that ball up and goes cross court winner to the sideline of Alix Truong.
It's going to be a side out. 3-2-1. Score for Mari Humberg serve. Glozman finding the perfect spot, gets that ball behind the paddle.
Well, that's the hard part for Emmrich there, is when she goes back behind herself
3-2-2
on that second two-hand backhand. Now it's very tough for her to catch up to if Glozman gets a good paddle on it, which she did.
Point.
That dink getting the unfriendly roll off the net for Alix Truong. So it's
4-2-2.
4-2-2. The score here for Tammy Emmrich serve.
I like the idea there from Humberg, as she's trying to catch Glozman because she pulled her so far wide to the sideline.
2-4-1.
But Glozman kept it just low enough and made it very difficult for Humberg to pull the trigger there.
Second serve.
Good job there from Humberg, staying in that point. She popped the ball up, was ready for the attack, and just blocks it back down. And then Emmrich getting that ball down below the knees to Alix Truong creates the pop-up.
Point.
Emmrich trying to clear herself right there on the forehand, but again, Glozman going right at the body. Finds a good spot at the right hip of Emmrich.
Side out.
That one going long from, I believe it was the paddle of Vivian Glozman.
Yeah, excellent hands from Emmrich there, keeping the ball down. Glozman's still trying to stay on the attack, but remember, once Emmrich gets that ball down and Glozman's now hitting from down up at it, she has to take a little bit of pace off of it. She doesn't and ends up pushing it deep.
Second serve.
Quickly onto their second serve are Emmrich and Humberg.
4-3-2. Point.
Good defense there from Tammy Emmrich on the Glozman overhead.
Yeah, just get one back up and over, and she gets a couple, and then Alix Truong trying to go tight angle.
Yes. 5-3-2.
5-3-2 for Humberg serve.
Side out.
So what used to be a spot to attack on Vivian Glozman
Is not anymore.
The left hip is not anymore, like at all. Because she's so quick at adjusting, getting back to the backhand now. Again, we're talking like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right.
It was a spot to attack.
In reality, the spot to attack now is an elevated ball,
4,
especially
5, 1.
with her height.
Nothing personal.
But
But
yeah, it's below the knees or center of the chest. Ooh,
Point.
gets a little friendly kick off the net cord.
Ties us up at 5-all.
that was a tough ball, too, because that was a good return from Emmrich.
5-5-1.
5-5-1, the score for Glozman serve.
Oh,
Point.
then she gets the net cord there. But again, you
Timeout
see
receiver,
that
6-5-1, 1 minute.
the attacks at her there, they're up, but they're not elevated enough. And she just gets on top of them and then puts that ball down. If I was to go with Emmrich and Humberg right here, I would probably say, hey, take a little bit of pace off, have some more roll, elevate that a little bit, go up into that center mass if you're going to speed a ball up.
So it's 6-5 the score here in game number 1. The first time Glozman and Truong have had the lead since they led 1-0 here in our women's doubles winners bracket final. APP repping. They're in the stands. That teal, such a great color. One of my
15
favorites.
seconds. Receivers, 1 timeout remaining. Servers, 2 timeouts remaining. Time in.
So timeout
6-5-1.
called by Emmrich and Humberg. It's going to be Vivian Glozman trying to extend this lead for herself and Alix Truong.
Point.
It's the ball to reach in and to have that quick roll, but Humberg tries to do it a little too quickly. Too much wrist,
7-5-1.
not enough extension.
Second serve.
Didn't catch that ball very clean. We can hear it from here. Catches it off an
7-5-2.
edge guard.
Oh. Nice spot there from
Side up.
Emmrich. Sets it up well with the two-hand roll. And then makes it look exactly the same and slides it down the line. You saw Truong sneak to that backhand side just a little bit.
5-7-1.
Opens up that forehand.
That's just great coverage in the middle from Emmrich. She realizes she pulled the ball to the sideline, that Alix Truong could look to speed up in the middle. This one right there, but
6-7-1.
Emmrich closes that gap.
Point.
Great spot there from Mari Humberg right down the middle to tie things up here in game 1.
Again, good combo here. It's Emmrich with the attack, and then Humberg cleaning it up right down the middle.
Second serve.
Humberg dug out 2 balls that were tough. They were right at her feet. She digs out 2. There's the first. There's the second.
7-7-2.
And then can't recover quick enough.
Great angle
out.
taken there. Vivian Glozman switching the court.
Yeah, and that's smart from Glozman. She doesn't try to overhit it. She just uses the angle, uses a
7-7-1.
good medium to firm ball. And no chance for Emmrich to catch up to it.
So I'm surprised I've not seen Vivian Glozman try and drive any of these cuts from Humberg, because she can create a little more topspin
7-7-2.
with that cut.
Point.
Humberg just spun off it. You can see it right at contact. That left shoulder spins out, and that cuts off the extension of the swing.
8-7-2.
Great defense there by Glozman and Truong to get every single one of those back over, give themselves another shot.
Point.
She's rushing through it, and she's trying to do a little too much with it. Instead of just letting the paddle and her swing work for herself, she's trying to rush it and do it herself.
Well, you see it in her body, like
right.
how active her body is and how quick that jerk is to try to add more spin.
That was much better right there.
That one, she stays more extension out and through. We're taking a look at it, reach in and extending out.
She said it too right after she hit it. She said, that's it.
7-9-1.
Gets the ball back on their side, 7-9-1.
Second serve.
Excellent counterattacks there from Glozman. Emmrich steps up, and two good backhands, but Glozman staying short and compact, getting on top of those balls, keeping them down.
Mari Humberg that time giving Glozman a little taste of her own medicine with the overhead.
Well, that's making an adjustment in game right here. Watch her again with this roll. She gets that, has Glozman pop it up, and then it's the easy put away right there.
So an opportunity here for Mari Humberg and Tammy Emmrich to tie things up.
8-9-2.
8-9-2 for Emmrich serve.
Point.
Changed her mind. She went to go hit it and then backed off it.
Yeah, and again, it's the standing up in the middle of the shot changes the contact point. We get a timeout here.
Called by Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman.
Timeout receivers, 9-9-2.
So it's going to be 9-9-2 our score here in our women's doubles winners bracket final. It's been a tightly contested match. We've seen some in-game adjustments already from Mari Humberg. Glozman and Truong calling the timeout. So, Dom, what do you want to see them reevaluate or adjust out of the timeout?
Nothing really. I mean, they're playing pretty clean for the most part. Humberg's made some adjustments, though, and it's what's kept her and Emmrich in this match. So right now, I just like to see, right there, Alix Truong, like Chad said, she just stood up. She changed her hitting spot. She changed the point of contact when she stood straight up right there on that last one. It's an adjustment easily fixed, and I'm sure she won't make that adjustment again here. But all they got to do right here, one ball, they need to stop here and get that side out and back. And then I think back to aggressive Vivian Glozman to get them this victory in game one.
Side out.
Got the side out. Step one done.
Step one, check.
Yeah, Humberg just cut herself off on that one. You see the shortness of the stroke.
9-9-1.
When you cut that ball, well, you're creating a lot of backspin. You have to think about trying to keep it on the paddle as long as you can to help with the extension. And they got it. Glozman went to drive
9-9-2.
that slice return from Humberg there, but didn't accelerate enough.
Side out.
Ooh, that's a quick side out.
Ooh, man.
Big serve from Alix Truong, sails deep.
And I'm always one for I don't mind
9-9-1.
big serves, but in that situation, we have to keep it in, especially after you don't score on the first.
Second serve.
Not dissimilar to tennis, where your second serve always a little bit more guaranteed.
9-9-2.
Or you hope for it to be anyway,
Correct.
so you don't double fault. Glozman getting aggressive and finding the back of the baseline there.
Well, again, from Emmrich there, it was a little bit of indecision. She didn't know whether she was going to bump it or whether she was going to be more aggressive with it. And it ends up just becoming that floating ball.
Oh, I would have liked to see Truong take that. She stepped in and then just kind of hesitated and didn't go for this on the Glozman drop.
9-9-2.
So pushes them onto their second serve.
Side out.
Just a little too big of a take back there from Truong. She was on it.
Who wants it? That's what it's going to come down to right here. Who can execute? Because just easy mistakes here for both sides.
Nine, 9-1.
9-9-1, the score for Mari Humberg.
Right now, neither team can find the ability to drop a ball into the kitchen and get through that transition zone.
9-9-2.
Good pressure there from Truong and Glozman.
Alix Truong getting big and aggressive in the middle.
I'd say Truong committed to that speed up and the power there. Humberg was a little indecisive, didn't apply the pressure, and that's what got her into trouble.
So it's another side out. Glozman with the serve.
I was looking here. Did not see it.
Ball called out by Truong and Glozman.
Point.
So point goes to Truong
10-9-1.
and Glozman. Another look at it here.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, it is. Wow, that's a
big drive.
Strong, Glozman.
Wow.
10-9 or 11-9.
Huge drive on the forehand there
in.
for the victory for Glozman and Truong.
Like you mentioned, Dom, the victory goes to Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman. Another look at how they got it done. Glozman just big and strong with that forehand. And on to game number 2 we go here in our women's doubles winners bracket final. You see Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman talking over their narrow victory. We'll be back with game 2 in just a minute.
Insurance, you're just another senior.
That is the third health insurance commercial with seniors at a farmer's market.
Right? Don't get me wrong, I love a fresh heirloom, but it's like those companies think we're all the same.
That's why I chose Humana. Before I signed up, I spoke to someone who actually listened to what I needed. She told me about benefits that were right for me, like vision and dental, all in my budget. I finally feel in control. What are you doing?
Taking control.
Humana, a more human way to healthcare.
We save time when we buy and book online at discounttire.com.
Which means more time
Wait, take a check.
Kyle, it's pickleball.
Every time. 002.
Get 30% shorter average wait time when you buy and book online at DiscountTire.com.
We started this mission in tennis about 5 years ago. We've been perfecting our craft and our tools. We now see a phenomenal opportunity to take all that and bring it into pickleball to support an emerging ecosystem that's booming. And it's a super complementary partnership for us with the experience and the existing events that are up and running, the recreational element of APP. It's a fantastic 1 + 1 is going to equal 4. So we're thrilled to be partnering with APP.
Welcome back to our women's doubles winners bracket final. Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman take a tightly contested game 1. They're going to start us off here with the serve in game 2. Spot in Championship Sunday, locked in, is on the line.
That is another big drive, big speed up there from Glozman. Just sits up right on the backhand, but it's a good speed up from Alix Truong to generate or create that ball. Yeah, Glozman and Truong are coming out being a little more aggressive now.
Yeah.
Certainly the style that we have gotten used to seeing this duo play with.
2-0-2.
Helped win them the gold in Chicago, coming off a bronze medal in Dallas just a few weeks ago.
Point.
Trying to add another gold to their trophy case here in Houston. Take an early 3-0 lead in game 2.
3-0-2. Point.
That ball is 2 inches above the net with shape.
4-0-2. Timeout. Receiver. 4-0-2. 1 minute.
Yeah, it's a smart timeout from Humberg and Emmrich right there. Just need to try to slow down the momentum, slow down the roll of Glozman and Truong, because after securing game 1 there with a couple of aggressive points, they've made the decision to come out and really set the tempo quick and put the pressure on.
Yeah, that's a game plan made during the end change and the second, in between games 1 and 2, and saying, hey, we're just going to come out here guns blazing and see what they can do. And right now, it's giving Humberg and Emmrich fits.
Certainly is, as Glozman and Truong up 4-0 here in game number 2. Beautiful evening it's turning out to be here in Houston. It was hot and humid for much of the day.
I am loving this temperature right now.
Great.
If we should start right at this time.
Can we bottle this up?
So start at 6:30.
Houston, I love you at 6:35 p.m.
Houston, we have a solution.
October 28th.
Point.
Good patience there from Truong. Moving that ball around, put some pressure on Emmrich. Eventually creates that pop-up, and it's Glozman that again
5-0-2.
Reaches in and finishes.
Side out.
Glozman leaving that one just a little bit short, so it will be side out. An opportunity here for Tammy Emmrich and Mari Humberg. Their first one to get on the board here in game 2.
They both went down to a knee.
Alix said at the last second after she went for it, she's like, oh, I'm so sorry.
So a point on the board here. Another look how they got it done.
1-5-1.
1-5-1 for Emmrich serve.
Ball.
Push off.
Just
looked like it was left foot.
Foul called on
the dreaded push off.
Yeah.
Vivian Glozman.
Second serve.
It may have been there, but Humberg trying to really put an exclamation point on it.
2-5-2.
2-5-2, the score for Humberg serve.
Point.
Little help from the net there. Maybe the wind in addition. Little breeze coming through right now.
3-5-2. Side out.
Well-placed ball there from Vivian Glozman. Good defense in that point as well. Forcing the side out. So ball
5-3-1.
back on the side of Glozman and Truong. 5-3 lead here in game number 2.
Oh, that's dirty right there from Mari Humberg. The reach in and the little wrist flick with the one-handed backhand.
Yeah, I thought she should have reached in the ball before where she let bounce, but makes the adjustment there on that one. And again, the issues that she's had is that she's been a little too quick and trying to rush that roll, but that one stays through it nicely. Oh, that's an out ball that Truong just hit.
Truong just saved everybody in the Lexus Lounge. But again, you're in that hands battle, that exchange, and you can't stop yourself.
Second serve.
Emmrich leaving that drop a little bit short. Pushes them onto their second serve.
3-5-2.
3-5-2.
Side out.
Nice deep ball there from Glozman.
5-3-1.
Mari Humberg placing that ball well. Pushing it onto their second serve.
I thought Humberg had lost a bounce there after the backhand, but she regains herself.
5-3-2.
Just a nice forehand roll into the back corner.
High serve from Alix Truong.
Point.
It's just too much right here from Vivian Glozman and Alix Truong. You know, we're seeing Emmrich with a little smile here.
6-3-2.
Two good attacks.
Point.
And Vivian Glozman again with a big, strong forehand. Forces that ball miss-hit off of Humberg's paddle.
Well, it's a shorter return there from Humberg, and then she's trying to uncoil from the stack. Doesn't get over to a position, and Glozman steps in and really puts the pressure.
Wow, Truong just in the middle. So active right there. Just coming in and finishing with the two-handed backhand.
So it's an 8-3 lead here for Vivian Glozman and Alix Truong. They won a closely contested game 1, 11-9, but now have built up a 5-point lead, leading 5-0. Then Mari Humberg and Tammy Emmrich worked their way back into this game, but a 5-point lead again here for Glozman and Truong. I don't want to do the analyzing for you, but it seems like they're doing exactly what you said they should do, which is come out and be aggressive, and it's working.
Right, just come out, be aggressive, make them stop you, right? If that's your game, make them stop you. That's exactly what they're doing right now.
15 seconds.
Doing it, and it is working so far.
Receivers, you've used both your timeouts. Servers have 2 timeouts remaining.
Humberg and Emmrich now out of timeouts for the remainder of this game.
Time in.
Glozman and Truong trying to extend this lead is going to be the 18-year-old out of Falls Church, Virginia with the serve. That one off the edge guard of Alix Truong. Hits it for the side out.
It's a great speed up right there from Emmrich. She reaches in, finds the hole in the middle, but again, doesn't go 100% and finds the spot.
Point.
Alix Truong talking to herself there, saying, what are you doing? Yes, that is
4-8-1.
a tough ball to reach in and flick, especially with a one-hander. Wow, that is an excellent ball there from Glozman. Accelerates through the roll, gets that ball to kick out wide. Humberg, nothing she can do. She's trying to catch up to it there.
4-8-2.
But it's just too far past her.
Oh, nothing Emmrich can do right there. That
Side
ball
up.
stayed so tight to the net.
So it'll be a side out
8-4-1.
here. Another look. Truong with the cross-court pressure dink and getting a little bit of help from the net to keep it tight.
Oh, that's the same ball, but again, she lets that ball drop just a little too much. If she can, she's got to reach in and get it at a little higher point. Because it drops, she gets underneath it, and that causes her the trouble right there with that roll.
9-4-1.
Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman sitting just 2 points away from punching their ticket to Championship Sunday, locking in their spot in women's doubles, but Mari Humberg and Tammy Emmrich not going to go away quietly.
They have other ideas.
Perfect spot from Humberg right there. Rolls it right to the toes of Glozman. Wow.
Point.
You said it, Chad. Just wow. I mean, they're just playing clean, great defense, and turning that defense into offense and then forcing errors.
And now they've set themselves up with a match point opportunity. Vivian Glozman and Alix Truong can lock in their spot for Championship Sunday right now. That cross-court dink sailing just a bit wide, though. So Humberg and Emmrich with a chance here. Digging to the lead.
Glozman got
14-1.
tripped up with the footwork there just a little bit. She was a stutter step behind.
Point.
I like that.
There's pure attack mode right there from Emmrich and Humberg. Flip the script on them. Not saying they can't beat them, but the saying is if you can't beat them, join them. Well, they're joining them right now. I like that attack mode they were in the last point.
I think they did too.
There's Humberg right there. A little roll at about 60%. That was nice.
16-1.
6-10-1. The score for Emmrich serve.
Point.
And don't look now, but like you said, Humberg and Emmrich with different ideas
Timeout
here.
receiver, 7-10-1.
In the women's
1
doubles winners bracket final, Truong and Glozman calling a timeout on the court as it's a 3-0 run here from Humberg and Emmrich to bring themselves within 3 points. Glozman and Truong had a match point opportunity.
Well,
up 10-5.
Yeah, sensing that kind of run that Emmrich and Humberg are on right now, they're going to stop that right here so it doesn't get any further.
So if you're Truong and Glozman, what are you talking over in this timeout? What is the objective coming out here?
Honestly, it's just it's a reset button that's just being pushed. You have to try to get back the control of the momentum, the control of the tempo, be able to be a little bit more aggressive with the return, put some pressure on Humberg and Emmrich.
Servers, you've used both your timeouts. Receivers, you've got 1 timeout remaining. Time in. 7-10-1.
7-10-1, the score here for Tammy Emmrich.
Point.
Again, Tammy Emmrich just relentless.
Emmrich is going to keep throwing everything. Forehand, backhand, backhand, forehand. Here we go. Attack.
18-1.
Throw what works, and if it's all working, keep going. Still on their first serve, too, are Emmrich and Humberg.
That was an out ball.
Yes.
That was an out ball. That ball was
it. I'm watching the no volley. Second serve.
So it moves them on to their second serve. Another look at this one.
Yeah, that was the out ball right there, but the finishing for Glozman about a foot inside the baseline.
8-10-2 for Humberg's serve. And a side out, critical one forced here for Glozman and Truong. Match point opportunity here for Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman. And the offensive lob from Vivian Glozman is what gets it done. Truong and Glozman moving on to our women's doubles gold medal match. We will see them on Championship Sunday. Humberg and Emmrich with another shot coming through the consolation bracket to punch their ticket. But right now, all about Glozman and Truong. We'll hear from them when we come back.
From tonight, Grant Gill will become a legend when he totally kills it at his improv class's graduation performance. Knees will be slapped, suds will be sprayed. People won't know what hurts more, their cheeks or their sides. That's why he's already keeping himself in shape and razor sharp today with health tips and wellness tools from AARP to help make sure his health lives as long as he does. Because the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
The APP is presented by LS, Gamma, the Boca Raton, and Franklin.
And we'll take a look at match point for Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman. They're moving on to Championship Sunday. Good showing there for Humberg and Truong, but I mean Humberg and Emmrich, but they're going to have to fight back through to try to get back to Championship Sunday. And Dominic Catalano's courtside with Alix and Vivian.
All right, Alix, Vivian, first, congratulations. Moving on to yet another Championship Sunday. Game one, it was a tough one. You guys come out on top, 2-point victory. What was the difference maker in game one, Alix?
It has to be just the way that we were executing our shots. We knew we wanted to stay out there, get aggressive, and so when you have a machine on your side, it just makes it easy. I'm really out here playing mixed doubles, and I just got to reset the ball, set her up, and then let Vivian do her thing.
And then Vivian, going into game two, you guys came out just firing everything, kind of pulling that trigger. Was that the game plan going into that second game, was we're just going to speed up and that's what we're going to go with?
We didn't necessarily talk about it, but it's always that way after you win a tough first one. I think momentum's on your side and you just gotta have to roll with it.
And then now, what's it mean to you to be done for the night? Now you can kind of relax, you can go shower, get some food, and not have to play another match and going into Championship Sunday tomorrow.
Amazing. I mean, now we have a lot of time. I think we're going to sit and strategize, maybe watch the bronze match to see who we play next. It's going to be a great night, great morning tomorrow. Hopefully we can take it home tomorrow.
All right, well, congratulations, ladies. Yet another Championship Sunday. Chad and AJ, back to you in the booth.
Thanks so much, Dom. Congratulations to Alix and Vivian.